What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I've been getting a lot of questions about this right here. This is the aftermarket backup camera that I installed in my 2012 Toyota Tundra, and we're gonna do a quick tutorial on how I installed that. First thing I'm gonna show you how to do is remove this handle. So let's get our tailgate opened up. You can see all the T25 Torx screws that we need to remove. So we got our T25 Torx bit right here. Let's get those unscrewed and then start getting that handle out. This will make it go faster. So now that we have that cover off, we have access to our handle, and removing that handle is going to be very simple. We have two 8mm screws right here and then over here, and then just these two little clips that's holding this in place. We're going to get that removed and get our handle out. The first thing that we're going to want to do is remove these clips, and these are really easy to remove. You can do it with your thumb. You're just popping them off that little bar right there. Slide it, pop it off, and then these will slide right up and out. Now let's get those screws removed. Now this will just slide right out. Hopefully you can see it on the video, but there's a little clip right here. We're just gonna push that clip in and it'll just pop out. The next thing that you're gonna do is remove your key lock. And this is really easy to remove. It's just this little clip right here that's holding it in place. So I got a flathead screwdriver and I'm just gonna stick it in back here and I'm just gonna snap this off. And our lock's gonna slide right up and out. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is transfer the key lock and the clip over to your new handle. This is obviously my new one, so we're gonna just slide that right in. Make sure it fits over that little peg. And then we're gonna pop our clip back on. And you just wanna make sure your clip is in those little grooves on the left and right hand side. Now we're gonna put our handle back into place. Grab our 8mm screws, pop those back in. Reattach our lever bars. And those are just gonna snap right on. Cool, that's it. Our handle is now back into place and we're gonna run our wires. You can see the wire right here for the camera is run straight through this hole. And then I got it coming out over here on this side. If you have a coat hanger, that's gonna make it a lot easier to pull that wire through. Now, once you have the wire pulled through, we're gonna feed it into one of these little holes. You might wanna avoid this one. If you get a flat and you need to pull down that spare tire, you don't wanna mess up your wire right here. This is the preferred hole. Don't be like me, run it through this one. Now we're gonna go underneath the truck so I can show you how I pulled the wires all the way underneath and into the cab. Here's our lowered tailgate right here, and we're gonna slide right underneath the truck and find our wire that we fed through. There it is right here, right above the spare tire. You're gonna grab this wire, pull all the slack all the way through, and you're gonna wanna pull it over here, and this is where we're gonna wire it up. We're gonna wire it up to our right rear tail light. So again, for reference, here's our wire running up and over. You can see it here, it's this little one, and we're bringing it right here. To give you some reference to where we're at, this is our bumper here, and we're just inside the rear bumper. So right here, this is the wire that we have running through the tailgate, and this is where we're gonna make the connection to our longer wire that we're gonna run through the cab. So you're gonna plug that piece in right here, and then you can also see these two little green wires. This is for the backup line. So if you don't want the parking lines on your screen, what you need to do is wire these two together. It's completely optional, personal preference. And then right over here, you can see this larger piece of split loom. This is where we're gonna make our 12-volt connection. If you look right inside of here, you can see that there's a red wire with a blue line. So what you wanna do is open up this split loom and you're gonna splice in this red wire so that you can get power to the camera. This purple wire right here, we do not need, just tuck it up somewhere. And now we're gonna start running our longer piece of wire, this one right here, we're gonna run this all the way up to the cab. Once you have that wire run all the way up to the cab, I'm gonna show you how to get that wire inside of the cab. There is a rubber grommet underneath the seat that we're gonna pull out. You're gonna wanna drill a hole in it so that you can run the wire through it and then pop that grommet back in so that you still have a nice weatherproof seal. For reference, this is where we're at. We are right behind the driver's side door. So if you slide underneath right here at the driver's side door, that's where we're gonna find our grommet. So this is the grommet that we're looking for. So this pops up right behind our driver's side seat. So this grommet, it's really easy to remove. Just pop it out, and I think I used a 3/8 drill bit to drill my hole, and you can see how I slid the wire through it. I just pulled the wire all the way through, popped my grommet back into place. Now we're gonna hop into the cab and I'm gonna show you where that wire pops up. Let's pull our seat all the way forward. And right here, you can see where this carpet flap is. So we're gonna pull this carpet flap all the way up. You're gonna stick your hand all the way back in there, and that hole that it came up out of is about in the middle of the floorboard back there. So you're gonna have to put your hand all the way in there. You can see the how the carpet's popping up right there. You can see my hand. Hopefully you can see my hand going up and down. That's where our wires popped up. So we're gonna grab a hold of our wires. We're gonna pull it through. And you can see our little piece of split room right there. So now I need to run our wires through this little trim piece right here. And this pops out pretty easy. You don't even really need any tools. You can just grab it with one hand. It's just got a few little snaps on it. Pop that out. You can see our wire right here, how we ran it from underneath the carpet, put it right into this channel. These right here just pop up or just slide it in underneath. And same thing over here, this trim piece right here just pops right out. We're gonna run our wire underneath this. And then back behind the carpet here, we'll just pull up, run our wire all along there. And then you can see over here on this side, this is where it's gonna go up. I think that's it right there. Yep, that's it right there. And from this point, it's just gonna go straight up to your stereo. The easiest way to pull that up is just use a coat hanger, slide it all the way through, tape it up with electrical tape, and then pull those wires all the way up to your stereo. Once you get the wires up to the head unit, your installation is gonna vary. It's gonna depend on what head unit that you have. For me, I have an aftermarket Android unit that I picked up on Amazon. And if you wanna see that video, check out the channel. I have a full guide on how to remove your OEM stereo and install this Android unit. For that unit, what you're looking for is the yellow RCA cable. So it's really easy. It's just plug in those yellow RCA cables, and then the other wire is gonna hook up to a pink wire. It's probably labeled back or backup. Get that wired and it's gonna work perfectly. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I have a lot more content coming your way, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can see what's coming out next. And I'll see you guys in the next one.